update what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Good evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News for this Thursday, 5th day of April 2018. I'm Eric Granstrom filling in for Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside the weather window. And yeah, raindrops are falling on our head. That's pretty much what we're going to get for the next few days, at least through Saturday. Maybe some sunshine by Sunday. Details on your forecast coming up. Also, a few of the stories that we're following for you tonight. The DOT honors those killed in work zones. Voters should have received ballots of a $120 million Wenatchee High School bond, and Wenatchee Valley College is hosting an open house this weekend. But first, we begin tonight. The Grant County Sheriff's Office has issued a news release detailing new information and what appears to be a widening investigation into the 2016 murder of Jill Sundberg near George. Detectives say the arrest of 2 women this week in connection with another murder near Royal City could be related. Steve Hare has been following the story.
Well, Eric, it's a convoluted case involving the 2 women identified as 27-year-old Eustolio Campuzano and 29-year-old Paula Rodriguez Cuevas, both implicated with 2 other men in the December shooting death of 28-year-old Arturo Sosa along State Route 26 near Royal City. Now, as the story goes, Campuzano was the ex-girlfriend of Sosa and had expressed to Cuevas her anger that Sosa had allegedly treated her badly and hit her while they were together as a couple. Cuevas later introduced Campuzano to 3 males at what was possibly the Shady Tree RV Park near George, and a plan at that time was hatched to assault Sosa as retaliation. Now, 2 of the males were allegedly Fernando Marcos Gutierrez and Julio Albaran Verona, who currently are both jailed in connection to the December 22nd, 2016 killing of Jill Sundberg near George. Detectives say Gutierrez and Verona are believed to have killed Sosa and wounded another man during a struggle inside a car on Highway 26. Authorities say it's not known if the Sosa murder played any role in the Sundberg homicide. That investigation continues. The body of 31-year-old Sundberg of Quincy was found along the side of a road in December of 2016. For the full details of this developing story, you can log on to ncwlife.com. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
Thank you, Steve. Stimult will pay $95,000 to a female farm worker to settle a lawsuit involving sexual harassment and retaliation. A news release issued by the Northwest Justice Project says the Wenatchee-based tree fruit company will also be required to implement a complaint procedure that protects victims' privacy and provide anti-discrimination training to all supervisors and employees. The suit was brought by Heidi Corona Arizaga, who worked for Stimult as an orchard tractor driver. Her claim alleged that her supervisor made unwanted sexual advances, and when she asked to speak to someone higher up at the company, her request was denied. Corona ended up being reassigned to a packing warehouse where she was paid less than what she earned as a tractor driver. The Washington State Department of Transportation on Wednesday honored the 60 DOT workers killed in work zone-related incidents since 1950 at the annual Worker Memorial. Cones, roses, and hard hats represent the 60 DOT workers killed in work zone-related incidents since 1950 at the headquarters building in Olympia. Members of the Washington State Patrol led friends and families of co-workers killed in the work zone-related incidents to the Worker Memorial in Olympia. Members of the DOT's Honor Guard lined the path. Coming up next, it's April, and that means elections for the Wenatchee School District and Chelan County Fire District 7. I'm Eric Granstrom, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hi there, my name is Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News here on your local TV station. In other news, ballots will be arriving over the next few days to voters in the Wenatchee School District who are being asked to approve a $120 million construction bond to upgrade and renovate Wenatchee High School. NCW Life's Dan Kuntz has more.
In addition to adding more and larger classrooms to alleviate overcrowding and replacing athletic facilities that officials deem inadequate, the areas of the campus that the general public doesn't normally see, the kitchen and the HVAC system, are both too small and too old. Lance Coleman told me on a recent visit to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley that keeping the HVAC system running on a daily basis is a continuing challenge.
It's way past its life expectancy. The district has definitely got their money out of that equipment. We are now to the point of because we can't get parts of this equipment, we have to manufacture our own parts and rebuild parts that are there. And it gets pretty complicated sometimes just to keep that equipment up and running. And we've put some new compressors in old pieces of equipment just to get them through, and that gets expensive too in the end. It's time to replace that equipment and upgrade it.
Chris Lugkin is the Director of Nutrition Services for the high school, and he told me that buying food locally is one thing, preparing the meals in a small and aging kitchen is another.
We're fortunate to have our high school kitchen manager as an executive chef. She's got a lot of creativeness and ideas for menus, but with the equipment we have, we just aren't capable of providing that at this time. And we're supporting the farmers, and we want to do as much scratch cooking. We don't want to cook out of boxes. We want to cook with fresh food, but we're limited on the space and the equipment that we have at this time.
The Chelan County Auditor's Office will mail the ballots out on Friday. A 60% majority with a 40% turnout is required for passage on April 24th. For NCW Life News, I'm Dan Kuntz.
Ballots are also being made out Friday for the April 24th special election in Chelan County. Voters in Chelan will decide the fate of a maintenance and operations levy proposed by Chelan County Fire District 7. Supporters say the funding is essential to maintaining an adequate number of firefighters, as well as faster response times and replacing or repairing outdated equipment. Proposition 1 would establish a new tax rate of $1.32 or an increase of 40 cents per $1,000 valuation. Wenatchee Valley College is hosting their open house this Saturday from 11 to 3. There will be mini lectures, alumni events, tours, workshops, and much more. Megan McPherson has the story.
Hey, we're here with Rachel Evie, the Alumni Relations Coordinator for the Wenatchee Valley College. Rachel, what's going on this weekend?
This weekend, we're hosting the Wenatchee Valley College Open House from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a chance for the community to come out and see what the campus has to offer, a chance for alumni to get back to campus and see what things have changed and join us for a free barbecue, and a chance for students and their parents to learn what it's like going to college here.
And what are some of the activities that are going on?
Well, right now we're standing in our Allied Health Simulation Lab, and this lab is one of 3 different medical labs that will be open for tours that day. We'll be having tours of our ag department department, and they'll also be doing their plant sale. So if you need to start your spring garden, then they'll have some plants available for you. Our auto tech department will be open. The MAC will be open, featuring an alumna in the MAC gallery. And our newest building, the rec center, will also be open for tours. That way the community can see the newest thing that's on campus here.
And is this a family-friendly event?
It is a family-friendly event. It's free and open to the public. You don't even have to worry about parking. So we'll be having college prep workshops. If it's shiny, then we'll be having inflatables around the fountain. We'll be here, rain or shine. Most of our activities will be indoors. One of them includes the mini lecture series that will be in the Grove Recital Hall on topics like the opioid crisis and sea farming, Chicano studies. So a lot of different activities friendly for all ages.
Great. And what time does it open on Saturday?
It will open at 11 a.m. with a welcome by President Richardson, and then we'll be concluding the open house at 3 p.m.
All right. And where can people go to find more information about this event?
They can go to our website at wvc.edu/open house. There's a full schedule of events there showing all the different activities and fun things going on.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
Megan McPherson, NCW Life News.
Thank you, Megan. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update and our feature story tonight. That and much more is still to come here on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
My story starts out with, I was addicted to meth for over 25 years, and I decided that's it, that I was no longer ever going to touch the drug ever again. Goodwill was the first place that I came to. The skills that are given to me, I will be able to succeed every day that I'm there. So that gave me the confidence that I can do this job. When you donate to Goodwill, you're helping people just like me. I love my work. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shainman here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Let us make your dream of home ownership a reality. We're here to guide you through the loan process every step of the way. Check out our convenient online application. Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, your home for loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
Thanks for staying with us here on this Thursday night. Eric Granstrom with you here with sports. There'll be a Game 5, and it will be in Wenatchee Friday night after Trail defeated the Wenatchee Wild 5-2 last night in Game 4 of their division, that interior division final series. It seemed last night that the Smoke Eaters made up for all the near misses the night before as Trail jumped out to a 3-zip first period lead. Wenatchee cut the lead to 1 in the second, but Trail answered and avoided being swept in the best-of-7 series. Arch Ecker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network, video courtesy Hockey TV.
Odd man rushers McLean from the left side. He's in, shot, stick save made, twisted back out in front, shot and a score. Ryan Murphy getting one in right off the bat and driven back in by Trevor Zins. Here come the Smoke Eaters in on the far side, threaded through, shot at the side of the net, score. Wheels around, tries to thread a shot through. Goes back behind the net, stuffed in front, and Gantus wraps it home. Shoveled over. It's down low and twisting it out in front. Shot! Score! Zach Golambus punched it home, top corner. Touch pass back to Jones again. Dangles through, that gets broken up. Cleared out and punched ahead, and here comes Von Ungern Sternberg. He's in alone, short-handed. He shoots, he scores! August Von Ungern Sternberg poke checked it away, and he was off to the races. Got in behind the Smokies' defense, but it stays in the zone. Over to Seth Barton on the far side. He's in, he shoots, he scores. Gantus over in the corner, loses it to Morton. Sent out in front, shot, score. So you can keep the brooms in the closet. And for the Wenatchee Wild, Got to fire up the Zamboni because we're coming home for hockey on Friday night.
Yeah, so Game 5 will be tomorrow night at the Town Toyota Center with the puck dropping at 7:05. It was a rematch of last year's state soccer playoffs at the Apple Bowl last night as the Wenatchee Panthers hosted the #1 ranked Pasco Bulldogs. The game lived up to the expectations as the two sides would play 80 minutes tied, 2 overtimes tied, and the match would be decided by a shootout. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen had the call here on the NCW Life channel.
Quick run, into the box we go, the shot, and it goes in for Pasco. The first tally of the game, and it belongs to the Bulldogs. 1-0, and it's Ponce in the 32nd minute. There's the shot, no question about it. Eric Saldivar ties it up for the Wenatchee Panthers. 34 minutes, 30 seconds. Trying again, along the stripe goes Camarillo, right-footed shot, go, 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 go! Jose Camarillo, left-footed rocket. Corner of the box. Right foot, oh my goodness gracious. Can you believe it? We're tied at 2. Magaña, quite a bit of distance. Magaña, right foot, Magaña, Calderilla, Magaña, and the stop. What a stop by Alexis Calderilla. So with the miss, number 11, Jorge Magaña, and now all the responsibility on the feet of number 15, Freddy Reinaga, who had a marvelous game in my opinion, as a starter. Reinaga, right for Reinaga, go, 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 go! And Wenatchee has done it. They have defeated in penalty kicks the #1 team in the state, the Pasco Bulldogs.
Well, there you have it as we go to the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard. Wenatchee knocking off Pasco 3-2 in a shootout victory. The Panthers improved to 7-2-1 with the win. Here's what we have on tap for the NCW Live broadcast schedule. Tonight during Hockey Night, we'll feature Game 1 of the Wenatchee Wild Series with Trail. It all starts at 7. We'll have baseball tomorrow, weather permitting that is. Eastmont is hosting Moses Lake at Dan White Field at 5:30. Then on Saturday, tune in for Games 2 and 3 of the Wenatchee Trail Series at 2 and at 7 p.m. Well, Felix Hernandez had a hard time finding the strike zone in San Francisco yesterday, and when he did, Giant hitters put it over the fence, beating the Mariners 10-1 yesterday. Hernandez allowed 8 runs on 6 hits, 3 home runs, and walked 5 as the M's and Giants split the 2-game series. Daniel Vogelbach drove in Seattle's lone run. Mariners in Minneapolis to face the Twins in their home opener. Things got off to an interesting start for Seattle starter James Paxton in the pregame ceremony. Take a look.
Well, we saw something we'd never even considered seeing in our lifetimes. Starting pitcher minding his own business in an American Eagle. What happened to you today? Well, an American Eagle landed on my shoulder, and I was getting ready to pitch a game. Whoa, that's scary, though. And James handled it a lot better than I would have. And I think, Mike, you would say the same thing.
Absolutely. I would have been on the ground.
I'd have found a gear I didn't know I had getting away from that sucker. Let me tell you, Mariners, Twins, first pitch coming up next.
And that eagle will not be on our pet of the week, by the way. We'll get you the score tomorrow morning on that finale on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Now to our feature story. It's going on 2 years since the disappearance of Jessie Rubio of Wenatchee. And police say they are no closer to finding her now than they were when she went missing. The 23-year-old woman was last sighted in the area of South Wenatchee Avenue on Ferry Street in June 23, 2016. Captain Edgar Reinfeld commented on the case, and he also provides an update on an older missing person case that also remains unsolved.
It's one of these cases that has effectively gone cold at this point because we've stopped receiving new tips and new information. And we have received many, many tips. We've developed many leads, and we have worked them through to completion. From an investigative standpoint, there has been work to do, which we have done every time something comes up. When something comes up again, every time we immediately go back and investigate and see if we finally have an answer. And this is one of those cases that's very difficult because there are no answers. There are no witnesses that we know of that we've been able to identify despite working through many, many different scenarios, leads, possible persons of interest. We just keep coming up without any further information. So this case, like some of these that we see, even in our own agency in the past, we have to be patient sometimes, and it's difficult because it's terrible for family, it's terrible for friends, but at the same time, there's a point where there's nothing more to force and we have to settle back and look again and go back and review the case and see if there's something we've missed, see if there's someone we can re-explore or re-interview. And we're definitely in that phase at this point. Obviously, any new information that appears will lead to immediate investigation and an attempt to resolve it. But again, for right now, we are kind of stuck and waiting for that next bit of information, that next bit of evidence, that next anything that leads us down a road we can use to go forward.
Well, these are obviously difficult, often frustrating, investigating missing person reports, and I know that you have ones that go back even further.
We do. Discussing this earlier, we look back to the 2005 case with Cynthia Marl, who is another missing, who's been missing for a little bit more than 13 years. 13 years and a couple of weeks today. And it's one where there was a lot more evidence. There was some physical evidence. There were a lot of things, but realistically, we never found Cynthia. We're not certain as to what's happened to her in total, and we have long since run out of information or leads. Occasionally still we'll get some little snippet of information that can lead us down a path. Unfortunately, in that case, we have two potential suspects who both died, and so that narrows that one even further. The contrast to Jesse's case, where we have worked through our potential suspect pool and worked through our person of interest pool, some of them several times as they've come back up. We don't even have that right now, and hopefully someday very soon we'll get some information that'll lead us to a path. But right now we're just stuck.
A fundraiser is slated for April 22nd at the Wenatchee Eagles to help increase the reward for information on Jesse's whereabouts. Various local businesses have donated items for a silent auction along with a chili dog feed. The police department welcomes any new tips or leads on either of the two cases. Contact Rivercom if you have any information about their whereabouts. We'll be back in just a moment with your weather forecast and our video of the day all about pets. That's coming up right after this.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
How about having majestic mountains, a beautiful shoreline, and 26 acres of lush walking trails be the backdrop of your special event? Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp has cabins, meeting spaces, and a lodge with a kitchen that will accommodate large gatherings. Our staff at Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp will work with you to ensure that your wedding, retreat, class reunion, or birthday is amazing. Reserve your day today.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, 'cause you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza, topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8.99. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
And welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. To recap some of our top stories tonight, Stemilt will pay $95,000 to a female farm worker to settle a lawsuit involving sexual harassment and retaliation. A news release issued by the Northwest Justice Project says the Wenatchee-based tree fruit company will also be required to implement a complaint procedure that protects victims' privacy and provide anti-discrimination training to all supervisors and employees. The suit was brought by Heidi Corona Arizaga, who worked at Stemilt as an orchard tractor driver. Her claim alleged that her supervisor made unwanted sexual advances, and when she asked to speak to someone higher up at the company, her request was denied. Corona ended up being reassigned to a packing warehouse where she was paid less than she had earned as a tractor driver. The Washington State Department of Transportation on Wednesday honored the 60 DOT workers killed in work zone related incidents since 1950 at the annual Worker Memorial. Cones, roses, and hard hats represent the 60 DOT workers killed in work zone related incidents since 1950 at the headquarters building in Olympia. Members of the Washington State Patrol led friends and families of co-workers killed in work zone related incidents to the Worker Memorial in Olympia. Members of the DOT's Honor Guard lined the path. Well, a damp day was the norm for all of north central Washington today. Not a lot of moisture fell, but light drizzle and occasional showers. So let's take a look out that weather window provided by Sky-Fi, and you'll see, yes, raindrops are falling on our heads, and that's going to be the theme through Saturday and maybe a break on Sunday. Now, as you can see, cloudy, rainy conditions prevalent throughout the region. Mild temperatures, mostly upper 40s to low 50s. As we look at our climate data, I'd love to know who remembers Wenatchee Valley in 1977. Must have been quite a spring break back then. We had temperatures in the upper 70s all week long 41 years ago. As we take a look at what's happening tonight and into your weekend, that's thanks to our friends at windy.com. Here you get a good look at the low pressure system that's slowly spinning off the coast of British Columbia. As we get through tomorrow and into Saturday, it's going to break down and spin some very wet and windy weather our way. This will create some flooding situations, especially western Washington, and increasing the avalanche hazards in the mountains through the weekend. So here's your forecast for the area for tonight. We're going to have rain likely mainly before midnight to low of 43. Tomorrow, 30% chance of rain with a high of 56. Heavy rains beginning tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's low of 43. Heavy rains, maybe a quarter to a half an inch possible on Saturday with highs around 60. Also winds picking up Saturday afternoon up to 24 miles per hour. Things will kind of calm down Saturday night. The rain will taper off, and then on Sunday, breezy conditions and sunshine with a high Sunday maybe up around 63 degrees. Mountain forecast not pretty. Heavy snow falling above 6,000 feet. Tons of rain and at the pass levels, possibly an inch tonight. Another 6 inches of rain in the mountains on Saturday. So that'll increase the flood advisories for western Washington, maybe avalanche conditions in the mountains. That's a check of your forecast here on the NCW Life Channel. In our video of the day, we're featuring the Pet of the Week from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Here's NCW Life's Megan McPherson.
Hi, I'm Megan McPherson with the NCW Life Channel, and I am here with Don Davies, the Executive Director of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and we are also here with Piglet. Don, can you tell us about Piglet?
Well, Piglet is a 7-year-old male, and he's been at the shelter for a few weeks now. He's a little bit on the chubby side, so he could use a nice, friendly home where he could go for a walk or maybe throw a ball around or just maybe off the feed bag a little bit and a little more exercise. But he's really a sweetheart.
And what are the steps that someone needs to take if they want to adopt Piglet?
All they have to do is come down to our shelter, which is 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue, and where you just fill out a little application. We try not to make it too difficult for people. We want all of our pets to go to good homes, but we don't want to make it difficult for people either. His adoption fee is only $150, and he's already been neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, and he is ready to go home.
Do you have anything to say?
Oh, he said you could come get me today. We're open from 11 to 6.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
And we got a paw print from Piglet to say that we could use his likeness on television. If you have a video of the day you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. That's going to do it for us and our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website, ncwlife.com. And if you remember and if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Just remember that, 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
I'm candidate Estella Navarro, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.